Welcome back to another episode of Fail or Fire, the series where we tell you whether something's a fail fire or just plain mid. I'm your host, Thundarius, and I'm joined by my absolutely fire-ass co-hosts.
Favorite dude, Shades.
And Dylan.
The beacons are lit. We are Cyber Skull Media, and today we're giving you more Rin. You spoke, we listened, we let you pick the next track that we covered. The Tale of Jenny and Screech is what won. Now, we have the 13-minute one, which is what everybody said we needed. We have no lyrics, what everybody said we had to do. We're going to see if we can keep this under an hour, and we're gonna give this a go.
We're about that life.
Just fucking send it, boy.
After this video, there is going to be a poll put up in our community tab for you to choose the next Rin video that we cover. So when you're done watching this video, head over there. Once it's up, tell us which one of the three we should cover next. Boys, ready to do this?
I'm ready.
He wearing a Huskers coat.
He is. Hey, all the way from the UK, he's rocking our semi-local team here, Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Is it legit a Husker?
It is.
Oh, yeah, he's got the Husker, and it's a starter coat.
Yeah.
Bringing that starter coat swag. He's got the Huskers on the back.
I didn't even pay attention when he spun around.
I knew before I saw it.
I was watching the guitar.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Called it.
Now, we're not super huge Husker fans over here, but hey, that's pretty cool getting some local rip on a UK Rin video. And
Sure.
I mean, the starter jacket, you just got to give it to him for that. Repping some more Nebraska locals right here.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it. Bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech, reach with the sheet.
I don't know where to even pause on this one, but I had to because we're almost through the first one, man. This is... I didn't have any idea what to expect. You know,
No.
I was just coming into this completely blind, and like musically, I'm really digging the whole sound. It sounds like quite the dark story that we're getting right here.
You don't know
how dark this is about to get.
You have no idea
What's about to happen?
Yeah, I expected kind of a love story. Again, you know, we go into these things completely blind. I expected some kind of like almost like Romeo and Juliet type love story, maybe wrong side of the tracks, boy or girl, but I didn't expect "Give me your money, bitch." Caught me by surprise.
I'm in agreement with you, Thundy. I'm digging the music. Lost with the words.
So much to digest.
I'll be honest. All of us of a certain age, Screech is a legend from Saved by the Bell, so I wasn't sure how that played into this story, but this is a whole different kind of Screech here.
To move but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked here about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Ow.
So I'm guessing that's part one. I know it's completely different, but when he starts off, I always hear in my head, it was a clear dark night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume. That's what it like that tone. That's what I was hearing in my head was Regulators, which is always a classic.
I was also hearing Snoop and Dre.
Yeah, his delivery definitely has like a hip hop tone, even though he's got like the bardcore, strumming on his guitar. But yeah, I'm hearing some hip hop elements, which is pretty sweet that comes through.
Quiet dark night on an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone. She was dragging her feet. She was headed back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town. She knew this floor because she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? On the very same night, in a different place, there was a hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief at 14 years old. The devil had set his sights on his soul.
Yeah, definitely like hip hop storytelling, Snoop's Doggy Style album, Serial Killer, Murder Was the Case, like all of those tracks. It reminds me of that era of hip hop. I'm digging it. It's weird how that comes through with the style of music he makes.
Really just an unfortunate tale of two passersby meeting in the night. One's a delinquent and one is completely innocent, and it cost her her life.
Is she innocent though? He says she knows these streets. I mean, it could just be from, passing by, but maybe she's not quite as innocent as she seems. And now for part two.
Now for something not completely different. Is it?
Hit it.
Dude can play a fucking guitar, man.
Is that
Yeah.
a Dallas Cowboys jacket now?
Oh,
Jiminy.
Oh man.
man.
Maybe it's like it's irony, right? He knows that the teams he's repping, like it's novelty.
I mean, he's wearing starter jackets. And the last time those jackets were popular were the last time both of these two teams were any good.
All right now.
Yes.
Good call.
Hey, I'm gonna put a shout out in here. So my cousin Gage is a diehard Cowboys fan, and every one of our conversations starts out with, "Hey, buddy, Cowboys suck," and then we go from there.
Well, the last one was Jenny's tale. Let's see what he has to say about Screech's tale.
Ah, starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech.
Okay, so we got this, like, it's escaping me. It's escaping me. I feel stupid. Let us know in the comments. But it's got that really, I don't know. What's the sound that he was that guitar was? Was it like gypsy or traveler music? You know, old school English in the square type of music? I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
I mean, I think that musically, the bardcore thing, that's definitely like the strength of that style of music. I don't know what the modern term for that would be, but it's not like flamenco because that's Hispanic culture. But yeah, it's like old English, like classical guitar.
I should know, but I feel ashamed. So let us know in the comments so we can figure this out because it's gonna bug me. Sounds like we're getting the continuation of the story and what's gonna happen to Breach during this whole process.
Feel like I was listening to a sea shanty playing Sea of Thieves for a second there, and then like the music changed, and I just met a megalodon or something. I don't know.
Patrick really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
Okay.
I make a call in the middle of a video.
Hey, babe, are you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
That was interesting. The guitar work right before that happened, what it slipped into was so fucking beautiful compared to what is happening in his lyrics. It's wild. The juxtaposition is crazy. And then just in the middle of it, going into like a short film, just like fake calling his girlfriend because Screech needs to go somewhere. He takes on the persona of Screech.
Also, one quick thing here so we don't get fact checked in the comments. This particular jacket would be from the early 90s. It's Logo Athletic or Apex brand. I can't remember which one, but the Cowboys were not a starter team. Fashion matters. It's definitely vintage, though.
You're busy! You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest. Story it ends.
Before the story ends, what did we just see?
He guitar shotgunned the cameraman
On Minecraft.
on Minecraft. Yes, I learned that. You guys taught me how to say internet things. Yeah.
Dude, this dude is so theatrical. It's amazing. It works so well. He exploded. He powdered keg exploded. The cops are here. It's time. It's time for shit to go down. And he goes out with a motherfucking bang. And then to have the
Telling you,
cameraman reflect that was creative genius.
this is
Was pretty
hardcore
good.
regulators.
Theatrics.
Back and let's see how this tale comes to an end.
Story it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. Two bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Damn, man. Damn.
Not at all what I expected, which is it makes it that much greater. Jenny and Screech basically have two independent stories. There's no connection. You know, when you see the tale of Jenny and Screech, you just think these two somehow have a path together. It couldn't be further from the truth.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm now invested, intrigued. I got to know how this plays out.
But now they're both dead.
The next one's named Violet. So, who is Violet and how does she play into this?
Dun, dun, dun.
None of this had to happen. All of this could have been avoided. It was all senseless and they died just feet apart from each other. All of her stupid decisions. Story it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. I really like the verse where he goes, sirens sound approaching like a banshee in the night, the shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned the face to blue light. He turned to face the blue light. And then he says the word that I can't say on YouTube. Deep.
Hey, do you want to know how the second chapter ended? Killer be killed.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. Two bodies lie lifeless. Such a shame. This is wild, dude. This is dark. Well, should finish this off where it goes.
Let's leave it.
Are we sure that he's not like a demigod or something? That would explain everything.
Plucking the fuck out of that thing.
Shredding.
Insane how good this dude is.
32005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Rewind.
That was pretty cool. That was
Yes.
pretty cool. Do you have any guesses at what's about to happen?
I know the name is different, but we didn't get definitive statements that Jenny had died. She's laying on the street. Screech is trying to tell Robert that he thinks he killed her. So I don't know if maybe, here's my guess. Violet is like the UK Jane Doe, but it's really Jenny fighting for her life.
I thought maybe it was Jenny fighting for her life, and Violet is the nurse who has to deal with all of
Shades, what say you?
I like your thoughts.
it. It narrows it down.
Well, I like your thoughts there, Dylan.
Thank you,
I'm in
sir.
agreement with that.
All right, well, I guess we'll see if either one of us is right or if it's something completely different.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
That's a sad story.
Is this motherfucker walking around a hospital playing?
He better get the grippies on them socks. I don't want him to take a tumble.
I have so many grippy socks. I got grippy socks for days.
It's crazy. The first two chapters of this were street tales, and obviously there's somber endings. But man, this is super depressing. Violet has lived a horrible life. Some heavy subject matter here.
That was some more information. I'm wondering if she might be just another patient in there. Jenny comes in.
It's got to be, right? It's chapter 3 of the Tale of Jenny and Screech. Yeah, they're probably all wrong, and that will blow our minds.
Right?
Never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like...
What a dick.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
That was just incredible how he even portrayed that, from the way he did it to what he said to how he performed it was incredible. It's hard fucking core. Like, could you imagine this being you?
Holding your eyes open. I'm swinging.
No, nothing good's coming.
That's when I bust out my whole wish a motherfucker would.
Hey, you want to speak into the microphone right here?
I got backup mic right here.
Violet, you stay silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Holy shit. We got that one. Oh so wrong. You can see when it clicks with me that I'm like, oh, gotta be Jenny's mother. Like, that's where this is all going. And then they're
Yeesh.
like, oh, they're twins, and she's the mother of both of them. They didn't even know they were siblings, and they both died in the streets. That's some heavy shit.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. It took a hard turn. You know, the street element of the first two chapters, you know, we can process that. You know, he's telling a story. Third chapter completely, like, I had goosebumps, man. I feel real uneasy, to be honest. That was a tough one to listen to. It's well done, but man, just that's a lot.
It definitely had goosebumps. It was insane. And when he goes a cappella, you know, my stomach just dropped. Trying to absorb the whole thing and what we just saw right now. Very, very difficult. There's so much that just happened over those 3 songs.
It's hard to react with words, to be honest. Like, I have a vocabulary I'm proud of, and I can't even think of, like, I don't even know what to say. That doesn't happen for me very often. When we got my throat started to, like, I don't know, you know, when you feel like you just gotta, like, swallow really hard. I had that. I didn't know what else to do. Like, physically, I had a reaction to this thing.
I don't know what else to say. I'm sure other videos have been more eloquent from the music and the lyrics and everything, but it's just like, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say other than it was fire. And I can't even be like over the top excited about that because it was such a dark tale. It was so well done. The musicianship, the video itself, the theatrics, from every aspect of it was such creative genius to tell a story like that, and something so dark and twisted and poetic. Just really feel like you understand and can visualize the streets of London during times. It almost feels like I'm watching Sweeney Todd. It's wild, dude.
I'll go next here. Also, no question, this thing's fire. This is incredible. It's performing, you know, songwriting, it's musicianship at every level. And again, like a broken record, I'm going to say, good music makes you feel something. And this thing elicited an endless list of feelings. It's very emotionally heavy. There's a lot of anger, and then in his anger, his portrayal of the men who abused Violet, I was angry. Like, I'm angry at that performance. So he elicits a lot of responses. The reaction to it, it's a completely different genre and style. Shades, you're probably familiar with this one, but when Yellow Wolf dropped Growing Up in the Gutter with Ritz, content-wise, that's a very similar feeling. It's a pretty somber tale about people growing up very mistreated. It elicited a much heavier response than that track, but it's the closest thing I've ever had, like, musically, to this feeling right now.
Pretty crazy. I don't have a lot of words either. Okay, we'll say it was fire, but it wasn't like over the top. I'm not over here, fucking going to town. But this is like the greatest show on earth so far. Not this, just Ren in general. He does so good at putting these things together, and it's fire for sure. The crazy storytelling.
Well, that was some heavy shit. That was some creative genius, and this rabbit hole that we are going down is going to be wild to see what else he has next. Go check out our community tab. It's going to have a poll with 3 options. Whichever one wins is what we tackle next. We now have memberships on our channel. If that's something you're into, for as little as $1.99 a month, you can make sure Dundee stays off the streets so it doesn't end up like Screech. And let us know in the comments whether you think this was a fail, fire, or just plain mid. Let us know how it made you feel when you first watch it, and if you still feel that same way after watching it now. We're Cyber School Media. This was Fail or Fire, and keep bringing you guys the heat. See you in the next one.
Later.